has won the first two matches, each by a single pin. David Traber, Woodstock, Illinois, back in to go against this man. Closed with 7, opens with 1. David Traber, 6-footer, 180 pounds, 32 years old. Won the PBA National Championship at Imperial Lanes, 1994. A 2. Here's the only player to have bowled all 30 events last year, and he's bowled in all 8 this year. That in itself is very important. We'll tell you, follow up on that. But first, here's Bo Burton.
Thank you, Chris. The man who, he never lost that last match. It was just kind of a bad break. The #1 player in the world. Your thoughts on what I think is one of the best matches we've ever had?
Well, I just categorize it as poor shot making. Walter Ray struck out in the last 6 or 7 shots, and he performed in the latter half, and I didn't. And I'm real upset about my performance, and I'll be back, and I'll remember things like this. With that, I'm just distraught, and there'll be other weeks.
Norm, thanks for coming down. I believe you're the best player in the world right now, and you proved it, and you'll be back other weeks. Good luck.
Thank you, Chris.
That's a given. They'll meet again, too. Just a laugh.
Wow.
Okay. 2 and sleeper 8 on that troublesome right lane again.
It's a tough spare that Walter handles as well as any of the players on the tour. He goes nice and straight at it, just tries to have the ball carry out both the 2 and 8.
Beautifully done.
Well, Chris, a lot of players like to throw the big hook ball at that with not trusting their accuracy, feeling that the big hook ball will take out the 8 pin.
How did you like to shoot it?
Well, Chris, I wasn't quite as accurate as Walter Ray. I opted for the hook ball if there was a dryer on the right, but if there was oil down the center, I'd like to go straight at it. Right now, Walter is off to an even match.
That's right. I had mentioned that David Traber had bowled in all 30 events last year and the first 8 this year, but Harry Sullins holds that record, 239 consecutive from 1986 to 1993. Well, at least it broke up to 7-10, some consolation.
Wow, that ball hit the pins hard. Synthetic lanes, they hold the energy of the bowling ball. Phenolic pin decks, which are non-wood pin decks, they also increase the pin deck action. And Traber gets a very bad break as the 5 pin shoots right over the top of the 7. Match will be even with this conversion. Chris, an interesting statistic I ran across this week that the 10 pin used to be the toughest single pin spare in the sport of bowling. However, with the disproportionate amount of oil they put in the center of the lanes in recent years, the 7 pin is now the toughest spare to make. So you got to give it a little more pull across the center. His wife Melissa looks on to the match.
Three, 6.
See a little top shot here. He gets his hand over the top of the ball. We've always talked about how important it is to keep your hand underneath the bowling ball. When you get over the top, your arm gets away from your body. You go left to target. The ball drifts high. He avoids the split, ends up with the 3-6 spare combination.
All right, we're in the semifinal match, and we'll be back with more of it following this. Annapolis, which is
when Kurt Browning meet in the men's competition at the Fresh Look World Challenge of Champions. Next on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Standing room only crowd, Country Club Lane, Baltimore. Walter Ray Williams against David Traber.
I knew that.
favorite words. There it is. 2, 4, 5, 8. Not to be taken lightly.
Good for it.
All right, Nelson.
Thank you, Chris Schenkel. Eric Forkel, the tournament leader and also left-hander. Do you watch the lanes or do you watch your opponent to make a decision what you're going to do?
Well, considering they're both great bowlers, I'm just kind of watching the way the oil is changing on the lanes. Since I'm the only left-hander, they shouldn't change too much from when I bowled on them earlier, but that pair is a lot tighter on the back end than the pair that I'm bowling on. So I'll have to make some adjustments off of that.
All right, Chris, he says he's going to get more finish than the righties. The championship match is coming up. Back to you.
Nothing but close matches. 1 pin victories in each of 2 by Walter Ray Williams, who's seeded. And here, a 2-pin difference as we near the halfway point. David Traber with a spear-up shooting in the 5th. First title being the PBA National, first and only national title, but he has 9 regionals to go with it. His best thus far this year was 15th at the AC Delco.
All right, we can see how Dave Traber is up playing on the right side of the lane, a very straight shot. He's got a straight approach. He'll keep that right shoulder in line with the target right over the first arrow. Then he throws it a little too hard. It's throwing it right through the break. It's just like a putter putting a golf ball through the break. He's afraid it's going high, so he gives it a little extra juice, sails a little bit farther down the lane, doesn't get the wall shot, the head pin off the sideboard, leaves the 4, and he will trail Walter Ray Williams Jr. by 2 pins after 6 frames.
David Traber. Now back to Walter Ray, who closed with 7 in a row to eliminate Norm Duke by a pin.
He struggled on this lane, though, Chris. He's had 25 shots, and he's only gotten 5 strikes on the right-hand lane. So this is a key lane if he's going on to victory.
Still a problem. Look at it. 210.
Well, our tournament leader, the lefty Eric Forkel, said it. His oil is carrying down the right side, and so what happens is that Walter tries to get the ball to break, come back a little bit, but it hangs, and forces the ball past the breaking point, ends up with a 210 split.
And that open frame puts him 10 pins behind.
That's where he seems to do his best bowling, though, doesn't it, Chris?
Right net from now on. That's where he started in the last game.
You're right.
7th frame. There he is. Okay. The semifinal game underway. We'll return after this. Maryland Avenue down in Annapolis is packed with antique shops.
Sports War. Top drivers roar into Florida as Toyota presents the Grand Prix of Miami Sunday on ABC.
You're looking at a portion of the Country Club lanes in Baltimore, Maryland. David Traber, spare up.
Well, David hasn't had anything really good happen to him in the match other than breaking up a split. He's hit around the hole every shot but one. And once again, he doesn't carry. He's using a lot of speed, holding the ball on line and trying to avoid that hang spot. Hits light, blows the 5 over the 7. The 6 does not chop out the 10. Right now with a spare, he would lead Walter Ray by 9.
Stock car racing fan supreme. Dale Earnhardt is his hero. He restores, rebuilds Chevelles and Camaros.
Something to watch for in this match. Every time Dave Traber has not won the tournament, Chris, the opponent goes on to win the title. Now we'll take a look at Dave's position. He's in this zone here, perfectly straight. I mean, he throws a rope down there using a lot of speed, keeping it in play. And just doesn't quite get enough angle to carry the 10 pin. You'll see this. It's about a 3-degree angle to the pocket right here. a 3-degree. Now you take a guy like D'Entremont who gets about a 6-degree angle of the pocket. He's not as good at as many 10s. He'll drive the 6 either the sideboard or directly in the 10. D'Entremont with that 3-degree angle. Dave Traber does not have the high carry percentage.
Ball marks with the spare here at Country Club Lanes.
Key shot for Walter Ray. Lane 25, that's the left-hand lane. 15 strikes, 26, just 5. He needs this one to take the lead.
Walter Ray, next Saturday at 3-2 Central, ABC Sports rolls into the Garden State for the Johnny Petraglia Open. That's next Saturday on the Professional Bowlers Tour here on ABC Sports.
My good buddy Johnny turned 48 yesterday.
Happy birthday, John.
He's up there. As Traber looks on, Walter Ray, key shot for him. He struggled on the right-hand lane. He'll have to finish on that lane.
Harry!
Kurt.
Boy, what entertaining matches, Chris. 1-pin differential in the first 2 matches, and here Walter Ray can put Traber on the ropes, as you see a ring and 10 here in the 9th frame. So it's up for grabs. Anybody can win it. A 1-pin differential again. 3rd straight game. With that ball hitting the thumb hole, just kills the shot. Good technique.
And you hear the ball pounding the lanes off to our right. That's the tournament leader, Eric Forkel, waiting to meet the winner of this game. First game today for David Traber. Spare up, 9th frame.
Disappointed. Stuck a little bit at the approach, but he really stayed with that shot, fanned it a little bit, and roped it right in the hole. 4-step delivery. Very anxious. Shoulders a little bit forward, so he slides in or he catches his left heel as he slides into the approach right in here. Stands up on the shot, but you see his arm fan the ball, but he gets it to the hole. Real good ability there. Gets a bad break, solid 10.
Cross lane spare for David Traber.
Traber right now trailing by 2, Chris, needs 2 strikes to take the lead over Walter Ray Williams Jr.'s semifinal game.
We have to congratulate a 70-year-old named Nora Martin of Gallatin, Tennessee, who earned a place in the record book with her recent 300 game in the Nashville City Mixed Tournament.
Oldest lady to ever bowl a sanctioned perfect game.
Best looking strike of the afternoon. Of course, it's only his 3rd.
Agreed, Chris. He's throwing a lot of balls into the pocket, but he picks this lane to finish on. He was the higher finisher in the tournament. He won the finish on the left-hand lane. It hooks a little bit more in the right-hand lane. Throws his best shot, and right now he can take the lead in the match.
2 members of the Motorhome Brigade, both Walter Ray and David, go from stop to stop in their comfortable homes on wheels.
Well, he put it on Walter right there. Walter Ray Williams and Dave Traber. There's really no love lost between these 2 players out here, too, Chris. They travel in those motorhomes, and they're quite competitive. So he's made it where Walter must throw a double.
For Traber.
Walter Ray Williams needs 2 strikes and 7 to win and go on to meet Eric Forkel. Anything less, he finishes 3rd.
And on the right lane.
What an unbelievable break. Watch this pin action. The head pin's the key pin. It's going to go to the left sideboard. At one time, you're going to see the 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8 standing there. The head pin gets between the 4, knocks out the 8. The 8 falls into the 2. Has put Walter Ray in a position where this strike at 7 pins, he wins the semifinal. He must strike. Dave Traber wins it. I'll tell you what, Traber, look at this. There's no love lost between these guys. There's been some bad blood a couple years ago, Chris, and it carried over into this match. Traber wins. He's going on to meet Forkel.
Almost a fist-like victory gesture,
Yes,
but more.
There's more to this than
boy, is
sits
there
out
ever.
there in the lane.
He got a 10-rounder here, maybe.
Well, there's two heavyweights out there. I don't want to pick the winner.
I'll do play-by-play.
But Traber wins the match.